Hi, fourth graders. This is chapter 13, lesson 5, and your target is I can tell about how area and perimeter are related because they are very, very closely related, a lot like multiplication and division. And I know I've got it when I get a 4 or a 5 on the quick check. So let's do some vocabulary review really quick. So area. Area and perimeter. They both measure things, right? Area measures how many square units cover a space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This space can be measured by 6 square units, right? But perimeter is measured by the distance around the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So our area here is 6 and our perimeter is 10. For every square or rectangle, you can find the area and the perimeter for it if you know the sides. Okay, good there? All right, so area and perimeter. Here is our first problem. The swim team put its trophy on a table that has an area of 12 square feet. List all of the possible lengths and widths the table could have. Okay, so these models show all of the possible lengths and widths that the table could have. They did that for you. But I'm going to give you another vocab word for this. Factor pairs. If I have 12, all I need to do here is find all of the factor pairs for this. So we have 1, and let me just tell you right now that's 12. We have 1 by 12. 1 times 12 is 12. 1 and 12 are a factor pair of 12. Okay, here we have 2 and 6. 2 times 6 makes 12. 2 and 6 are factor pairs of 12. 3 times 4. 3 and 4 are factors of 12. 3 and 4 together are a factor pair of 12. But wait, we can flip it around. See, we take this guy, rotate it over to here, and we have 4 by 3. 4 by 3 is another factor pair. It's a slightly different table. Sometimes it matters and sometimes it doesn't. But here it does. We also have 6 by 2 and 12 by 1. Those are all the possible areas and lengths and widths if we have a table with 12 square feet. Okay? And we could also write those down here, right? 1 times 12 equals 12. 2 times 6 equals 12. 3 times 4 equals 12. 12 times 1, 6 times 2, and 4 times 3. Those are all our possible options. All right, example 2. Find the rectangle with the greatest area whose perimeter is 14 units. Okay, so we need to find all the factor pairs for 14 units, or all the rectangles that have a perimeter of 14 units, and then figure out the area for each one of those to see which one is the greatest. Okay, so here's all of our possible options. For this one, if we rotate it and have a 6 by 1 instead of a 1 by 6, it's not going to change the area of it, so that's not going to need to be another option. A table's going to be arranged differently. That's why it mattered on the last one. But here, if we're just finding the area is not going to change whether it's a long, skinny, or a tall, skinny table, okay? So if the perimeter is still 14, our dimensions are 1 by 6, the area is 6 square units. Okay, here we have 2 by 5. The perimeter is 14, and if it's 2 by 5, the area is 10. Okay. Here, 3 times 4, area, the perimeter is 14. 3 times 4, and the area is 12. Okay, let's think about that for a second. So as this one is very rectangular, right? Very long and skinny. This one is getting closer to a square. Is the area, as we go from a long skinny rectangle closer to a square, getting greater or smaller? Area is increasing, right? We go from 6 to 12. So I'm going to make a guess that the closer that we get to a square, the larger the area is going to be if the perimeter doesn't change. Okay, and the greatest area is 12. So the rectangle with the greatest area is 3 units by 4 units. And the area is 12 square units. Okay. For this one, list all the possible dimensions of rectangles for each area. Go ahead, pause, do these on your own piece of paper, and unpause when you're complete. You should have one for every single guy here. Go. All right, we could do a 1 by 9, a 9 by 1, or a 3 by 3. Yeah? We could have a 1 by 14, a 14 by 1, 2 by 7, or 7 by 2. How'd you do? Let's move on to these. Okay, we need to find the perimeter and area for each square or rectangle. Perimeter and area. Perimeter goes around the rim. Around the rim, what is the measure? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Altogether, that is 16. Okay? Area, length times width. Length times width. 4 times 4 is 16 units and square units. When we have a square, the perimeter and the area are the same. That's pretty cool. Okay, here's our next one. Perimeter, go around the rim. How much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 and 10, 2 and 10. So we are looking at, 2 altogether, 10 and another 10. So 20 units. And the area here, if we have 2 by 8, 16 units squared. Okay, what do the figures in exercises 5 and 6 have in common, and how do they differ? What do they have in common and how are they different? So like we talked about with this problem, the closer we get to a square, the closer the area and the perimeter are. 14 and 12 are a lot closer than 14 and 6. When we have a long, skinny rectangle, our area gets a little bit smaller. So here, we've got a longer, skinnier one. And look, the perimeter is greater than the area. But here we've got a square, perimeter and area are the same. But they both have the same area. Right? Same area, 16 and 16. Different perimeters. Okay, So go ahead and do your quick check. Your goal is to get a 4 or a 5. We will be posting a video in the middle. If you're not getting one of the questions right, one of the first 3 questions right, a video will pop up. Please watch the video if it shows up so that you can get some more practice. If you still need some help on this, ask your teacher, write a comment, come to office hours. We would love to see you there. Bye.